But I know one thing, I gotta get this watch.
Welcome back. Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Chiquita. This channel is all about lifestyle, fashion, and travel. I have been gone for a little bit. I have posted some travel vlogs, so thank you for checking those out. But I wanted to get back to some focused content. And so it's supposed to be a no spend year for me, slightly. It's not a strict one. There are a few things that I am strict about not purchasing, but there are a few things that I still purchased this year. Today's video is going to go into what I have purchased so far this year. It is still very minimal, but we still spent a little coin.
Oh, I have been missing for so long that I forgot my mic on the first one, but we got it. Her mic is on. All right. So, what I want to start with first is fragrances. So, when the economy is crazy, whew, let me take a deep breath. I just ran up and down the stairs to get the mic, y'all, and your girl is out of breath. This, she is officially in her 30s. Yes. Yes. They say when the economy is crazy and when we should be tightening our budgets and stuff like that. And I work in the tech industry, which is a very volatile industry to be working in right now. So having a no spend year was important for me. Now, is my no spend year aggressive? No, it should be a lot more aggressive. The things that I do spend money on to make sure if we're going to be tightening our wallet, that I need to really, really love what I am buying. The things I have been buying this year have been travel. Experiences are something that no one can ever take back from you. But with spending my money on experiences, I can't be balling out on closet either at the same time. So I have to be very cautious about how I spend my money. We're going to start this haul with fragrances. So when I was in London a couple weeks ago, I went to Harrods, right? And if you know anything about Dior, you are probably aware of this fragrance. This is called the Ombre Nuit. Ombre Nuit. Yeah, I'm horrible. um, my dialect is one thing, and that is American. And I'm from Virginia, so it's kind of southern too at that. But okay, so Ombre Nuit. I have other Dior fragrances. I've had this in a sample spray for the past few years and then ran out. So I was like, it's time to buy this. Now, this retailed around $300 because it is the 100 milliliters and not the 50. The Dior fragrance store in Harrods in London know that they do not sell the 50 milliliter. So I was thinking that I was buying the 50 milliliter. I have that size in the others, and I was actually buying the 100 milliliter, and it is double the price. So I did not mean to spend so much in perfume. Let me open this and show you a size comparison. I'm going to open her for you. Oop. All right, so she's pretty big. And let me show you a comparison size. This is the Gris Dior and 50 milliliter, and this is 100. So, and this can last me like a couple years. So I really didn't need it this big, but oh well. And here's what I found out. So I was like, okay, let me take this back once I realized it. And I was like, I'll just buy it online when I get home directly from Dior. I got back to Harrods and the Dior fragrance store in there, and they were like, we do not do returns. Their policy has changed in recent years. Since the pandemic, they've been seeing a lot of spikes in people swapping, I guess, what's the real thing for a counterfeit and returning it. I've heard of that happening a lot at Saks. I did not know that was happening with fragrances and cosmetic items. So the Dior and the fragrance stores in Harrods, they have that new policy. So just know if you buy a cosmetic, you cannot return it per Harrods policy. So, and I just love this smell. It's so, it is, if you like woody, oud, what's that, Santal type of smells? If you like Santal type of vibes with like a, woody type of scent, this is your girl right here. And okay, for fellas, one of the things I asked, because I already have a couple of Dior scents, I didn't realize that these are unisex. So this might smell really good on a gentleman too. It is more masculine leaning. But I'm gonna tell you something. I gravitate towards the masculine leaning scents on my body for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I love it that way. So this is the Ombre Nuit. I do not regret buying it necessarily. The size is what I was like, oh, I was supposed to be spending $150. Where did 300 something dollars come from? But it is what it is. I already knew I liked the scent, so I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna use it. All right, next up, this is a scent from Chanel. I have this in a really miniature travel size. And I purchased this while in Seoul, South Korea. Now, I will tell you one thing. If you are buying fragrances and cosmetics, get them in Seoul, South Korea, if you're going through there, of course. I probably saved about $100 buying it there versus buying it here in the States. So that's definitely a plus. This is the Gardenia scent. This is one of their classic scents as well. Let me open her for you. I already know this scent because I have her in like a really miniature travel size. But I will say, when I wear her, when I've worn her in the past, people can usually smell her on me. Like it lasts. It lasts for a while. Like I can get from home to the restaurant and the server can smell it. Okay, so here we go. This is the Gardenia from Chanel. I will spray my little necky neck. You know they say spray those little pressure points. Child, we can't just not spray. Now, gardenia, I'm gonna tell you something about gardenia. And like I say, I usually lean towards the masculine leaning smells, but I like gardenia. She's a very feminine smell, but I feel like she is unique. She's floral, but mixed with something. I'm not necessarily a fragrance sommelier, so so I can't tell you exactly what is in sprays, but I will tell you, senses right, you could smell something, I could smell something, and it can remind you of something different. So when I smell gardenia, honestly, it reminds me of when I was a little girl, and actually, this is really interesting, right? It reminds me of my mom in certain ways from when I was a really, really little girl. And I remember there were times, I'm talking about like 5 years old. I used to like to snuggle up under her a lot around that age. This is from what I remember. Um, and the smell is so interesting to me because a little bit of vulnerability. I've had a unique upbringing, and a lot of traumatic things have happened in my upbringing. So it is kind of nice to, I guess, have a fragrance that reminds me of the scent that I remember smelling off my mom when I was snuggled up against her. Now, we didn't grow up well off. My mom was not wearing $300 perfume. So she was not wearing this scent. But something about the scent that she was wearing mixed with her body chemistry smells similar to this from my senses, right? Probably not, maybe not to somebody else's, but to mine. So it reminds me of that mixed with like a floral smell. So I never really expressed that. Like I did not know how to pull those thoughts together, but that is this smell for me. That's what describes this smell to me, and I guess that's what makes me gravitate towards it. This next one is really fun because first of all, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get good quality scents or to feel luxurious. That is one of the things I love about scents, whether it be on my body or household, is that it is a luxurious feeling. When you go into like the Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton, stay anywhere at like a five-star hotel, oh, it's going to be a scent when you step in there. It's part of the experience. So scent is kind of it tells you a lot about what you need to know about a place in regards to the quality. And so an individual, a room, a bedspread, whatever. So this next one is from a store in London in Shoreditch. And I was bopping around Shoreditch a few Saturdays ago, and I stumbled upon this store. It's called, and I will link this below. It's called One or Not. It's a fragrance store. Oh, here we go. That's the name of it. Uh this is a fragrance mist. Had a few different fragrance mists, and let me tell you something. These fragrance mists, they make diffusers in these different scents that they offer, and they make oils. They make a lot of different ways or platforms for scents. So you could get this scent, which is Naked Wednesday. You could also get this as an oil. Naked Wednesday. Oh my gosh. So this has mandarin, patchouli, and labdanum. Labdanum. And Naked Wednesdays, it's similar to this. It's similar to the scent called This Girl That I Used to Know or something like that. I was torn between those two, so I have to go back and get the one that I didn't get. But Naked Wednesdays, how do I describe it? I feel like this could be a scent that you could put on you or your man. I feel like I'm gonna put this on my man too. And I think he's gonna like it on me. Like this scent is scenting. Naked Wednesdays. I don't know if that's telling, like, but I'm trying to figure out what does this remind me of? Um, it's warm. It doesn't smell like honey, but you know how honey has a warmth to it? Honey and things like honey and like that time of year with honey reminds you of just like coziness. That's what it is. It's a cozy scent. So you could spray this on you, on your bed sheets. Like, yeah, it could definitely go both ways. I'm going to show you what else I got from that store. I also got a diffuser. So, I had went into Diptyque while I was in London, and I was like, for these prices, the sense is not given. And let me tell you, if we go back to my no spin year and my absolute things that I am not buying, um, it is pieces of furniture, household things, and stuff like that. I am being really strict about anything I buy for my household, and I'll give you the rationale behind that. So, if you watched my very first video on the channel, I talked about why I started putting content on this channel and how it has been a release for me to help me get moving and part of my healing journey. I lost my dog Sharpie. That's my baby boy. That is my son. And everybody who knows me personally and have at least been in my life for the past 5 years, they know the type of loss that has been for me. So, with that said, I am working on figuring out what is next for me. What is the next chapter, right? With moving forward. And a lot of that conversation and a lot of that figuring out is around relocation. And it's something that I was working towards when Sharpie was still here anyway. And it's something that I plan to move forward with. I don't know a timeline yet, but I am putting it in the universe's hand and God's hand, right? So, with that said, though, when I go back to my no spin year, because I don't want to derail the conversation too much, but I want to give you some context on why I said I am being really strict about any household items. It's because if I'm going to be relocating in the near future, I don't want even more stuff on top of the things that I have. So I bought this diffuser, right? Diffuser, I'm going to use it, but I still feel like, what if I don't use it all? I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a Diptyque diffuser that is probably still going to be a lot left while it's time for me to move. I don't know. So with that said, I saw that this store has diffusers and I picked up one. This scent is called Old Havana. And let me tell you the price point. Also, let me give you the price point on the spray on Naked Wednesdays. The price point on that was about $45. And the price point on this was about $45. Because if I recall correctly, I spent about $90 total at the store. These are high quality products. So let me show you the diffuser. Diffuser, Old Havana. Ooh, look at the sticks, y'all. Look at the sticks. They're like bamboo-ish like sticks. Aren't they so cute? Okay. There are these. And then here is the diffuser. The diffuser is like in this matte black can. Let me see if I can open it for y'all. And it's tucked up really nice. It has a cork in it. This is like a matte black. You stick the sticks in there as you know, and you flip it over as you need. Old Havana smells really good. Moral of the story, this smells better than anything I smelled in Diptyque. I'm keeping it 100, and it is a fraction of the price point. All right, y'all. We talked about, when the economy gets kind of crazy, people start at like cosmetics and stuff. Well, child, I done worked my way up real quick. I worked my way up real quick. I bought some shoes. I bought some Maison Margiela shoes. Let me tell you why, okay? Let me give you some justification. So, I was actually working in London a few weeks ago, and work was kicking my behind. And I just remember being in the office from like top of my day way to like at night. And when I would leave the office and go back to my hotel, I'm like, I'm feeling depressed. Like I'm not getting out. I'm not experiencing outside. I'm like in the office. And so, child, yeah, we had to do some retail therapy and I had to spend something. I had to spend some money. So hear me out. I had already been looking, even when I was in Tokyo, I had went by Maison Margiela. I had been wanting to try on the tabby boots. I've been wanting them in either black or either dark brown. They did not have either color in my size. So, they were giving me some other options and I was like, tabby boots are like, I think $1,000 US. So I'm not spending that type of money on something that I do not truly love. Like I said, whatever we buy this year, and also just going forward in life, whatever goes into my closet new, I have to absolutely love it. It's no playing around with it, especially at a certain price point. So let me show you these Maison Margiela shoes. Don't get on me, y'all. That's why, and here's the thing, you have to buy something you love, not what everybody else loves. So this is a eclectic pair of shoes, and they were on the mannequin in black. I did not get them in black because I already have a lot of black shoes, although they are nice in black. Let me give you the price point of these. These price point is about $1,400. I love them. You ain't gotta like them, but I love them, okay? And I'm gonna wear the HE double hockey sticks out of them. Let me tell you something. Ever since I was in high school, I have loved a pointy toe shoe. Do y'all remember? And I might be telling my age. You got to be a young millennial to know about this. But do y'all remember when Wet Seal had the pointy toe heels in every single color? And some of them were like patent. They weren't leather, but okay, this is a kitten heel though. Hear me out. This is a kitten heel. And look at the cute little strap right here. I absolutely adore these shoes. I adore these shoes. I do. I love them. I'm going to try to do a styling video with these. Look at these babies. Look at the detail. Um, Real patent leather. The quality is amazing. And let me tell y'all about them. Ooh, I wish they were sitting down. The selling point was that not only are they just pointy, I wish I was on a flat surface. Not only are they just pointy, child, they have a little, when they sit flat on the surface, you will see it, but they flip up a little bit at the tip. The tip does not sit flat down. It flips up just a little bit. That is, I don't know if y'all could tell by now. I know I don't post a whole lot, and I'm definitely not like, I don't post on Instagram and stuff like that. I have a page. So there's nothing you will see me wearing on a day to day, but I will tell you about me, especially as I'm growing this channel, you're getting to learn me. I am an eclectic girl. Like I like basic things, but I also will have something in the outfit that's just like, oh, that's different. So yeah, I love these shoes. This is size 41. And the kitten heel, I could wear these all day. And this strap, I'm gonna tell you, this strap around the ankle, it makes it. This strap around the ankle is just too cute. But I was feeling these more than any of the other tabbies that I tried on. So maybe I'll try tabbies again somewhere along the lines in the future. But for now, we not spending our money on anything that we do not love. I love these. Okay. We're going low on up. All right. So one of the things that was on my wish list this year. Okay, another caveat, right? So no spend year, but with caveats, I told you I'm not like on a strict no buy. Maybe next year will be super strict. Or actually, I feel like going into the second half of the year, since we're officially in July, we're in the middle of the year. I feel like going into the second half of the year, I'm going to be more stricter for sure. But one of the things I had on my wish list for this year was vanity case from Louis Vuitton. Now, I did not want the true size vanity case, but this is a vintage vanity and I just had to have it. Like retailed, I bought it. Actually, I purchased this on eBay from Osaka, Japan. This was actually right after I got back from Tokyo and I saw this on eBay and I was like, I got to have it. And it is cheaper than, of course, a brand new one, which will be about $3,000, I believe, for the full size vanity. And then there's the Vanity BB, right, that a lot of folks are getting. I really like that one too, but it is about $1,200 in stores now. which I wouldn't mind somebody getting me that for a gift, to be honest, because I think the Vanity BB I could travel with more easily because it can go in your luggage. This girl right here, she's a big girl. So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what my use case is going to be for her right now. And with the lifestyle that I have right now, I don't do a lot of road trips or anything like that. And this would take up too much space for it to make sense to go inside of any of my other luggages. This is something you sit with your luggage, right? Um, and so that said, my lifestyle, I don't know how I would use this much. If you are a makeup artist, though, hairstylist, work in that hair and makeup industry, this actually might be something really, really good for you. For me, this is a vintage piece. So, I scored it for about $900. I will tell you something. I do want to get the zippers replaced and I want to get the inside replaced by Louis Vuitton. But y'all, we on a budget and that's not a rush. So that might be a project for next year. But yeah, those are the things I want to get replaced. The integrity of the outside is still really good. I've actually bought an insert for it off Amazon. But if you can see if you see the inside, it looks kind of, worn. And so with that said, inside could be replaced and the zipper. This baby has been around since the 90s. I will say it is in pretty good condition. When you think about a vanity, right? Vanities are used. Like, it's something that, because you're putting makeup and cosmetic products in it, it's going to get worn on the inside. So it is held up actually pretty well to be, what it is, and has been around since the 90s. It's about old as me. There's something about just vintage pieces. They don't make a lot of things the way that they used to. So I will figure out a better use case, what makes sense for how to use this. I'm not in a rush to do that though. I think it's a good piece though. And so that's what it was about when it came to buying this. All right. Last but not least, this has been on my wish list for years now. So this, it don't count towards the no buy year because we was going to get in anyway. This is my vintage Rolex. I purchased this while I was in Tokyo, Japan earlier this year. It came with the papers and everything from 1999. Obviously, I'm a 90s girl. If I buy anything that is older, if it came from the 90s, sign me up. Yes, because that's my decade. So, hold on. Okay, it felt really light. I was like, is the watch in here? Who been in my house? Okay, so this is my roly, roly, roly with a dab of ranch. Okay, so the face is a rose gold. I really wanted this face that was like a brown. So amazing because look at my skin. It looks so good. It was like a light brown. Exact same watch, but it just had a brown face instead of the rose gold or the pink. It didn't have papers. And it was around the same price. Like it was probably $100 difference from the price of this one. Did not have paper. That's risky to get, a watch of this price point, like, a luxury watch without papers. And I didn't want my first watch to not have the papers. If you like buy watches and you're a collector, which I think I'm going to become, I think I'm going to become a watch collector because I had some fun looking at shopping for a watch. Like I didn't go to the first store. Like I went around to different shops that sell watches, that sell pre-owned watches. And I mean, the store I bought this watch from, they have any watch you can name of at any price point in the luxury community. Okay. So yeah. So in any watch, I'm talking about like not just Rolex, but Audemars Piguet, or how you say Audemars Piguet. Like any of the high end watches you can think of. And people were spending money. It was people in there from around the world. A lot of guys, of course, but there was a gentleman in there with his wife. He was buying her a Rolex. Her Rolex is in a class above mine. So that was really sweet. He was buying her Rolex. They were from Australia. He was giving me some tips about like buying watches and, his collection and stuff too. There are watches in there that are the price of a home. A home over here in America, price of my home. So it was a really unique space to be a part of. And my watch is an entry level, but let me tell you, mine is my watch. Let me take it off. My watch is the Oyster Perpetual Date. So it is similar to the Date Just, right? But it's the Oyster Perpetual Date. Now, my next Rolex, I want it to be the invisible bracelet, like to where the clasp just blends into the links. I don't know what's going on. Like, was my wrist more swollen when I got it or something? Because it was a little bit more up here when I first got it, and they adjusted it, but it's kind of down there now. But it don't matter. Um, but yeah, it's pretty. So I wanted the stainless steel with the white gold versus like gold, yellow gold, or the yellow gold and stainless steel mix, because I just feel like the stainless steel and the white gold, number one, it goes on any skin tone nice. Like white, black, whatever. Like I think this stainless steel looks good on anybody. And I wanted a plain face. I didn't want a face that has like diamonds or anything on it. Because I wanted it to be a nice everyday watch if I wanted to wear it every day. So yeah, your girl. What Nene said, I don't know what that means, but I know one thing. I gotta get this watch. So yes. Okay. So thank you for coming back to the channel, and I'm so excited to share more with y'all. I hope you enjoyed this haul. If you enjoy this content and want to see more of it, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.